Hi, it's me, Alana, 25 years with MS, and I'm trying to travel. And so, what is my ultimate kind of goals? Well, that I need to do for each thing in order to make this happen. So, the money is always an issue and always has been for me, but I'm working on that. And there's different ways to go about it. So, I gotta just clean up some debt and then really pray that the person that I have help me takes the vacation and not wants the vacation and money. So I'm just praying I can find somebody to do that. My bladder infections have gotten, for last month, it's good finally. And I did realize though that the not being able to pee doesn't have to do with the infections, considering 2 Sundays ago I couldn't pee, and so I sent in my pee and there was no infections, so it's pretty much MS. I can kind of conclude from that. Obviously, the walking and the weakness and the fatigue, that would be nice to get rid of those. My memory issues would be beautiful to get rid of that. I do also have this thing called MCI, which when I was talking to my dad like 5 years ago, he said, "Oh, yeah, you and your mom went to see a psychologist when you were 6 years old, and they diagnosed you with this MCI." And I looked at him because now I'm 48, and I was kind of like, isn't this something you should have told me like a long time ago? And he's like, oh, yeah. So I thought about it and I was like, okay, when I was 6, that's 1980. So that's why when I asked my psychologist about it, they didn't know what it was. And then I actually changed psychologists, and then she didn't even know what it was. And then I was like, and then I don't even know if my neurologist does, because he's the one that should kind of know. But then again, they don't really use this so much, I guess, in diagnosis. So it's old. So basically, what it is, they say it's like there's some symptoms that like Parkinson's people have. It's kind of like that. Mine is I can't think of a name of an object that I might want when I'm talking, or of course I forget names of things that I'm thinking of. So like say I had like a black purse in the corner over there, I would literally just say, "Can you get me that thing?" And I would try to point, but my pointing isn't the best. So then they would be like, "What?" And I'm like, "Oh, that black thing." And then, this thing that I put stuff in, like I can't think of the word purse. And that happens to me a lot. And I never knew it was a condition. I didn't know. And then I thought, God, why would they not tell me this? And then I thought, oh, so my mom, okay, I label people. Once again, you're not supposed to do this. And things have changed so much and so quickly, I really can't keep up with things. But I figured out that my mom is a toxic narcissist, and that's how I grew up my whole life. And basically, my dad has Asperger's, but you don't say that word anymore. It's just, he's on the spectrum. So I kind of figured that one out on my own. Both have never been diagnosed with either one, or you can't diagnose narcissism now, but yeah, looking at everything that I've seen on it, yeah, and then realizing what it does to a child growing up, okay, explains kind of a lot, which I have to go through. And so one of the things also with the money is that I was always brought up, we don't have enough, it's too expensive, and always had to find the cheapest thing possible. And if it was free, oh my God, we'd just take it, even if we didn't need it. So that's how I grew up with that. So I'm getting over all these things slowly, with just watching YouTubes and self-diagnosing, which I guess isn't the greatest thing to do, because I also figured out I had this thing called POTS, which I don't know what it stands for, but it's one of those where if you sit down and you stand up really quick, like you have to like wait because you kind of are about to faint. You kind of black out for a minute and then come in. So that used to happen to me, kind of, not a lot, but enough, where I got good that I would stand and then I would sit down. But then I got to the point where I knew that it just kind of comes and goes real quick. So I could, as long as I just stood still, I could just, it just go through me and then we're good. And so that's actually a condition or some, I don't know what it's even called because I guess there's not much they can do about it, or I don't know. Anyways, it's not really a problem that I have anymore, but hopefully one day it would be again. So that brings me to the MS part where I really, 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 really want to hopefully, well, get cured from it. Now I know this is possible because I've been investigating and I've been actually finding people that have done things to help with their MS. I found out that once you have MS, you always have MS. You never get rid of the MS. You just get rid of the symptoms, which I love to do. With the cure for my MS, what I would like, I know I need to do it in steps. I can't just go from 0 to 100. So let's just start with not getting worse. That would be my major goal right now because it just continuously declines, and it's getting to that point where if I decline anymore, then I really am stuck in a bed and I really don't want to do that. So yeah, that's going to be the main goal there. So if I can literally cure my MS symptoms, where I can walk and I don't need help, well, that takes care of having a person, trying to find a person that has to come with me. So that would be nice. But, and just being able to not get so tired and being able to walk and move and not be so weak. Like just to transfer, I saw like I kind of want to do that. So yeah, those are my goals again, and it's gonna happen. We're gonna make this work. Until next time. Okay, bye.